Something you needed to...
And it looks like we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another session of the Elder Scrolls Online, the Blackwood chapter, and Told Games Foundry. So, not supported or not sponsored or anything, but really, it is good to have you here. If you are watching on the VOD, great to have you. Let me know some way, shape, or form that you saw this. If you do happen to jump in presently, let me know in the chat. I'd love to see that you're online and would like to welcome you appropriately. So here we are, in fact, going to be playing yet more of Blackwood. Of course, it's not session 2. This is now our third session or so. We've been playing through a number of parts of Blackwood. Well, actually, not too much of Blackwood. The first session that we did, we looked through the tutorial quest, introducing our new character, Maria Estuarda, to the stream, and getting accustomed to the overall plot of things that was going on. As it turns out, that tutorial plot was rather ambiguous. It didn't have much connection to the Blackwood chapter other than it came out at the same time. And it led us to a room where we could take a portal into basically any of the various Elder Scrolls Online chapters. But we then went to the city of Leowin, took a brief break to play through the prologue with a different character so that we could get some of the framework for the story, and then again, as Maria Estuarda, as our hero, we did some exploring in Blackwood, some poking around for council members, and then we also picked up a companion by the name of Mirri. And that's about as far as we've gotten. In the story thus far, this is going to be much more interesting, I think, with some of the scenery and the background music for Elder Scrolls, so let's go ahead and transition over. And now, of course, you are looking at all my various inventory notes. Thank you. Reading my mail. There's the music. So here, yes, of course, we see Maria Estuarda herself, the Argonian. In terms of the plot, there is something afoot by Merunus Dagon that involves him coming into Tamriel, aka the world, and trying to take it over. Let's see, what else can we say about that? There seems to have been some connection between a former emperor, Leowin, and his ancestors. Some connection that they had to Merunus Dagon previously, and now the council members of the great city of Leowin, just off there in the distance, they all seem to be privy to some extent as to what was going on. They, however, are being exterminated one by one. The Dark Brotherhood, Guild of Assassins, is coming after each of them. Thus far, I think we've only managed to save one. Helping us in saving these council members is a wood elf by the name of... oh, goodness, I just lost her name. We'll see her again, I'm pretty sure. Evely Sharparrow, right. So, she's helping us try and save some of these council members. Evely also has this mysterious book that was given to her by the former emperor's personal, I forget the term for it, guide. Not council member. Why can't I think of the right... Councilor. We'll go with that for now. So Evely's carrying around a book. We'll meet her a little bit later. She's a lot of fun. But meanwhile, we have these two ladies, Mirri and Maria Stuarda. We were just following up with our third or fourth council member by... I don't remember her name. And we were advised to go and check out some of the archives accessible... Oh, that's a nice little jaunty piano tune. One of the dead council members... Oh man. Good tune, good tune. One of the council members, now former council members, because they did, we're going to be inspecting her chambers. There might be some secrets stashed away in a desk, so I think we might be meeting Evely there too. That's her current target. Hello, we got a bill posted over here. Calling all antiquarians. Oh, that would be fun. Okay, so, Antiquarian Circle, that is a skill line, a pair of skill lines that are accessible through the Skyrim expansion pack, or Skyrim chapter, they call them chapters here. I won't be going to Skyrim just quite yet. My first order of business is to... should I steal a ledger, or should I... Somebody was just talking to me there. I have a ledger and I need to find Tertia Fallio. Hey there. Gesundheit.
Just pet the dog. It's harmless. Oh, Tertia,
oh, right.
Idiot. No wonder he hasn't... Is there something you want? I'd like to be left alone right now.
We found a backpack with a dead guy nearby it, and he wrote a note about how he was petting a dog, the dog bit his hand, it got treated, but it was all bloodied, and he couldn't pull out a ring to propose to this poor lady, and instead it got infected and he died.
Body? Ring? Oh, Riemann on high, what's this about? Aloysius wrote this? And he's dead? This makes no sense. Howling? Chicken coops? He wasn't cursed. He was hallucinating. The toad that Argonian used to ease his pain must have been too strong for him. Aloysius convinced himself he was a werewolf, and he... This is the second worst proposal I've ever had.
Second
worst. I was
worst.
once kidnapped by a crazed Zulzon warlord and offered the heads of my neighbors as a dowry. I'd rather not talk about it. I've had more than a dozen failed engagements in my life. If anyone here is cursed, it's me.
There's been a handful of curses around here.
Aloysius didn't run off and leave me like half the others. He even gave his life to protect me. I've never had anyone love me that much. Is it wrong that makes me happy? Take this for delivering my betrothed's last wishes. It was kind of you. I wonder if the Temple of Mara would marry us posthumously. It was his dying wish, after all. Maybe I should employ a priest of Arche for the ceremony, so he can pass on without regrets? Well, why not? I've had absolutely no luck with the living, and it's what he wanted. It's not like this is how I dreamed of getting married.
Okay. Well, okay. Imperials have an odd way of looking at things, I suppose. Right, so that wasn't anything to do with the council member. This also has nothing to do with a council member, but I have to steal a ledger. Oh boy. There's a guard right there. Am I gonna be able to do this? Yeah, okay, there it goes. Mirri really, my companion Mirri really doesn't like it if I get caught doing thieving sorts of things like this. I should probably just
I don't suppose we have anything to cook.
Now's not the time for cooking, Mirri. You know, I'm gonna try and dismiss Mirri just in case I get caught. I don't want her to see me getting caught. Nope. Companions. There we go. We'll come back to Mirri. She doesn't like it if I get caught. It ruins my reputation with her. Ooh. You know, in for a penny, in for a pound. Hopefully that guy's gonna stay downstairs. Excellent. Good. Okay. Get the ledger. Fangfurl's gang. Great. Perfect. Dead drop locations. Do not mess with the adder. Huh. Alright. Let's see what this shipping company thinks of that. Oop. Gotta say, there's a guy coming. Yeah, turn around. There we go. Little mini heist. Let's get Mirri back. Where are you, Mirri? There you are.
You called?
I beg of you.
Yep. Actually, that's what I needed to do. I needed to investigate that manor. How about I tie things up first here with this quest? Set that as my active quest. Now go to my little home inside the inn. Tiny room. Well, I thought that would be a little faster. Maybe it was. Okay. And this guy... There were a pair of brothers here. Oh, there they are.
The Fangfurls continue to sniff around our skirts. If we don't... Let's see. It seems the Fangfurls have their thumbs in some very dirty pies. I'm not one to talk, given where my hands have been.
You're putting your thumbs in very dirty pies?
If we can draw out Pungent Adder himself, we can topple him and his gang. By gifting Pungent Adder some umbrage. Looking at this ledger, I see two morsels dangling before us. Firstly, according to this, the Fangfurls use dead drops to issue and receive. We sent Pungent Adder a more personal message. It seems he has a barrel of Oleander Coast Reserve waiting at the docks. Let's say we season it with something foul. Make it as pungent as the adder himself? While you sabotage the dead drops and taint his wine, Julius and I will write a signed letter to make his blood boil. Then it's just a matter of combing the stinking depths of Leyawen until we find someone that can put the letter in his hands. Hang on to them, I suppose. They might be useful to peruse after all is said and done. Find out who's worth trusting and who's happily squirming in bed with Adder.
He's making some very odd turns of phrases.
The cask is at the docks, so I'm sure there will be something on hand. Pitch, bilge water, fish, anything will do. Just try not to get caught doing anything. Hang on to them, I suppose.
Okay.
They might be useful to peruse. The cask is at the docks, so...
This just took a very odd turn. These are not innocent merchants.
I'm sorry my brother gave you the less glamorous tasks of this operation while we sit here.
Also seems to be a quest down there. I'm wondering if it's finally the Undaunted I was looking for a little while ago. Mule?
You look like
It
you
is.
had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up. Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can.
Okay. Where is Mordra? Well, Mordra's in a... Yeah, where is Mordra? Okay. She's not in town. Right. Oh, come on. Is Mordra in here somewhere? Ah, bother. I can't remember. Okay, so anyway, the Undaunted are a group of thrill seekers, dungeon delvers. They have their own skill line, which I'll get to at some other point, I think. Now, there's a couple of things still to do here in town. I have to find that that shipment down by the docks, I suppose. But let's also go with the storyline. I need to investigate Councilor Jirik's manor. Yep, Evely's here. They're really going with the off-the-shoulder look for Imperials in this area.
How terribly frustrating. Not only did Councilor Jirik miss our meeting today, she went and got herself killed. Now who will help me with the project we were working on?
Okay.
I heard you were with Councilor Jirik when she expired. I hope you find the cretins that killed her. They deserve what...
Yeah, okay. How about you?
It was just as I feared. Councilor Jirik murdered. And so close to the city gates. When...
Alright.
Oh, hey! Over here!
Yeah, I'm
Poor
talking.
Councilor Jirik. What happened to her? It's so awful. I was the last one to talk to her. I should have gone with her.
I'm really waiting for somebody to say, alas, poor Jirik, I knew her well.
I'm glad
Hamlet
you're
reference.
here. I've been searching all over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the councillors like I asked?
Yep.
Sophus is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was. I've torn this place apart, but so far I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job! Councilor Jirik's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment.
Alright. Let's do exactly that. Oh, hey, cool. I can loot this place with impunity. Nobody cares. Alchemy increased. Lore book. Cabinets. Lore book. Definitely good stuff here. Yeah, some lore books, some skill books, couple recipes. Always good to find. Lore book. Yeah. This is great. Yeah, I'll be right over there. What's fun is that this isn't even stealing. It's all there for the taking. Even a backpack. Moonstone. Nothing too great. Desk. Rawhide belt. Lore book. Nice, nice, nice. Another lore book. See if I can show you what those lore books are all about. There's 5,201 lore book out there, and finding them advances you in the Mages Guild. Although you can see I'm only level 1 there, and I've only gotten a tiny little bit. Every lore book you discover helps. Anyway, Mirri, what do you think?
Find something interesting today.
Oh, you know what? What? Not Mirri. Evely. Here we go. Time to rally the caretakers and move the ambitions? The new vault location should ensure their safety and keep them hidden until Io or the High Priest call for them. The force is loyal to the traitor Varen. Varen's actually a good guy, but yeah, sort of a good guy. Leovic was followed by Varen in history. But anyway, forces loyal to the traitor Varen draw ever closer, and we cannot allow the ambitions to fall into their hands. This is an official order. Act immediately. Still have no idea what the ambitions are all about. But it is signed Leovic, who, by the way, is dead. Leovic is the former emperor. What do you think, Evely?
A hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but... so, what did you find?
Okay.
Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding... Good idea. We need to report in to Councilor Leviticus anyway. Let him know what we uncovered. If he has a qualified scribe, great. If not, I know someone. They helped me with those other documents. I can't help...
Let's try and find this Leviticus. But what do you suppose the chances are that he is A, dead, or in cahoots with the Emperor? The former Emperor. Where's the way out? Alright. So... go to Leowin Castle. Well, we got a castle? There's a house that you can apparently buy. It requires crowns, and I'm pretty stingy with my crowns. Okay, so Leowin Castle, that must be it there. Kind of built on an island in the middle of the river. That's always fun. Okay. Who do we got here? Guards. Other folk. Alright, into the castle we go. So if I remember right, Leowin has a ruler of sorts, but it's actually ruled by a council. Okay.
I need your
Hi,
report,
Captain.
mercenary. Word reached me that Councilor Jirek was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria? And did you find... That's the Black Hand, symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jirek and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. It appears that Councilor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You...
But this Councilor Leviticus knows things. Okay. Don't want to steal
Captain Rian
them
and
blind.
the Ivory Brigade will deal with the Dark Brotherhood. We are perfectly safe in here.
Your damn empire,
right.
Leviticus. It no longer exists, but it still causes us trouble.
Right, so the councilors are mostly Imperial remnants of when Leowin was part of the Empire, but it is presently its own independent city-state. The Imperial councilors are helping out, but Countess Caro is the one in charge. Let's just chat with her.
Welcome to Leowin, citizen. Our city is a jewel on Topal Bay, safe from the ravages of that insane war. Thanks to the Ivory Brigade and Captain Rian's brigadines, What an odd question. I am the ruler of Leowin. Of course,
I didn't want to spend any more time with that particular bad voice acting. Okay. 2 legates. Interesting they are
To
of the
keep a
bespoke variety.
situation like this a secret from his fellow legates. What was Leviticus thinking? And now Councilor Jirek is dead. When the river rises, everyone gets wet, I'm afraid. Most certainly. Moments after the captain brought Councilor Leviticus the news, the councilor summoned Teb and myself. He explained everything. He should have done so sooner, allowed us to help. But I know he thought he was doing the right thing.
Teb. Tebezako, apparently.
Leowin and its citizens are in danger, and Leviticus is only telling the Chamber of Legates about this now? This one knew we weren't done with Leovic and the Longhouse Emperors. She just knew it.
Okay, so Chamber of Legates is different from the council members, so what's this all about?
Caro sits on Leowin's throne.
Oh, the chamber
it is the Chamber
governs
of Legates
cities.
that governs the city. There are 3 legates. This one, Amhalu, and Leviticus. Each one has an equal voice. This one supposes Leviticus's voice is slightly louder.
Yeah, I think so.
Leviticus was the chief counselor of the Imperial Elder Council. Since the threat concerned his former colleagues, he decided to keep it to himself until he ascertained its veracity. He did inform us as soon as the threat was deemed real.
Yeah, I'm getting confused about legates versus council members and all that.
An august body that advised the emperors and maintained the imperial bureaucracy. It was disbanded with the collapse of the empire.
Ah.
Many of the former councilors came here to escape the war in Cyrodiil. They retained their titles as a sign of respect.
That makes sense. So the council members are all from Cyrodiil, the former capital of the Empire. Alright.
You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about. And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good. Good. I assume you have something to report. I'm listening.
Yep.
Damn it all to oblivion and back. I should have taken Pharaoh Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once.
Baragon.
Meanwhile,
sounds
we
familiar.
must warn the remaining
Is
councilors
that Evely's brother?
list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia.
More? How many of these counselors are there?
Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Councilor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her. Everything we do now must be
so
swift
she's next.
if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Councilor Eivor to return to the city. Sadly, no. Whatever Leovic confronted in Pharaoh Lupus and the others, whatever he ordered them to do, he kept it a complete secret from me. I suppose he assumed I wouldn't go along with anything illegal or Daedric, and he was right.
Really? Well, he might be telling the truth.
I was. But the Elder Council was made up of almost 24 councilors.
Holy moly.
According to the list Everly Sharparrow brought me, only 7 councilors were privy to this secret. Make that 6. I have no idea why Leovic listed me among that group. Who knows what was going through Leovic's head when he wrote that entry in his journal. Varen and his rebels were literally pounding at the doors of the palace at the time. And Leovic wasn't totally in his right mind even before the rebellion.
Right.
The Longhouse Emperors were Reachmen, who seized control of the Empire and ruled for some 40 years. Dukarach the Black Drake founded the ruling house. Morikar ascended to the throne after his father's death, and his son Leovic followed him.
Okay, so we have 3 of the Longhouse Emperors, and then Varen was the one to upset it.
Leovic made a mistake. When he decided to declare Daedra worship as the law of the land, Duke Varen Aquilarios objected. He led a rebellion and personally dispatched Leovic in the Imperial throne room. Thus ended the Longhouse Emperor's reign. Unfortunately, no. Varen disappeared a few years later and the Empire collapsed.
Right.
Now the so-called alliances are fighting over the scraps and Tamriel is in shambles. We're doing all we can just to keep Blackwood safe and secure.
We find out more about Varen in the main quest of Elder Scrolls. One of the main quests, anyway.
Sadly, no.
Right.
Who knows
why
what?
is
Eivor
she
has
at
always had an affinity
Blueblood?
for the Imperial military. When she received her letter of warning from Pharaoh Lupus, she sent word to me, told me she was going to the fort. Only a token force of Brigadines guards Fort Blueblood.
Okay.
If the Dark Brotherhood is truly our enemy, I fear a lone assassin can bypass the fort's defenses with relative ease. Eivor would be better off here.
Yeah.
Fort Blueblood? That's to the east across the river. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, okay. See you, Evely. You know, I think I'm done in here, so let's move on. There's a lot of those one-shoulder dresses among the Imperials. I don't remember that being a style in the game Oblivion, which takes place in Cyrodiil, the home of the Imperials. Seems it's kind of a more of a ESO thing than anything. Okay, so we can go out this gate here and head to the east, I believe that's what she said. Okay, let's see what, oh, let's get a little further away from the city. Nope, let's
over here.
talk to this.
Begs for your aid.
By the way, remember when I said that you can dress up Mirri? Yeah, that's how one person did it.
I open my claws in humility, Wanderer. Please, stay to hear my story.
Rock
A horde
Grove,
of
huh?
those impure Limphins raided the old city and seized the Zanmir. They captured so many of my kin, or returned them to darkness. Their purpose, with a stiff tail and bared abdomen, I beg for your aid. My gratitude fills every pond in the marshes. Perhaps with your
Oh
aid,
my.
what remains of my home can be salvaged.
Well, that is probably... Huh. I don't think I'm going to be going to Rock Grove anytime soon. That is going to be a group quest, and I do not have a group presently. It's just me and Mirri. Okay, now I'm away from the city. What do we got here? We have an Aelid well. We have the blue blood thing there. I need to locate dead drops. That's where I need to go for the to do that other thing. But let's check out Fort Blue Blood. Guess move a little forward in the story, huh? Little cave right here. Where does this go? Oh, you know what? This is just where we found one of the council members. Red hippocress. Sounds tasty. Always loot those backpacks. Okay. Music seems to have stopped. Got some pewter here. Excellent. Bog dog bone crusher. Whoa! Mirri did a number on him. Mirri has an ability where she can knock creatures back, and I think she just used it. Oh, no. Shh.
If you're going to kill bugs, at least kill fetcher flies.
Yeah. I was trying to loot the body, not pick up a torch bug. Mirri doesn't like it when I kill the bugs. Bother. Alright, still trying to head to Fort Blue Blood. Whatever it was that just snarled at me, I'm going to ignore. Okay.
Look,
All
Councilor Leviticus and Captain Rianne sent me. I need to see Councilor Abor now!
And what about my sister? She hasn't been seen since she took the councilor her meal.
Councilor Abor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
Right. She's probably dead.
Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rian must resort to hiring sellswords?
Yes.
Look, as I told the Wood Elf, Councilor Abor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled. Very well.
I didn't take
give you
much.
Permission to enter the watchtower. Councilor Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the councilor her meal. He says she never returned. The councilor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details.
Yeah, okay. Blue Blood Brigadine. That's a mouthful. Okay, so into the tower we go, I guess. What about your sister?
Commander Orton assures me Talace is fine. But it's not like her to disappear and shirk her duties. I worry about her, you know? Since me and my sister work as servants here at the fort. Talace...
Well, let's see what's going on in here.
Oh no! Councilor Abor's been murdered! But where's
What
the servant?
a surprise. What do you think's gonna be on here? Blackhand? Yep.
The Dark Brotherhood's calling card.
Yeah, how many of those are we gonna find? Alright, let's, an uneaten meal.
Abor's meal is still warm. So what happened to the servant that delivered it?
Was the servant part of the the Dark Brotherhood? Okay. She has something. Oh, good. Three vaults containing the 4 ambitions. The pages have been removed. Ah, crud.
Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions.
What is this thing over here? I don't know what that game is. I wonder if it can be found or played somewhere. Talk to Evely. Well, give me a minute. I want to explore a little more. Okay, nothing else. I don't want to steal. Okay, Evely, what do you think?
We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn-out journal pages and the servant? Anyway, they not only murdered Abor, they probably know how to find the ambitions now. See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant... something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages?
Maybe the servant was part of the Dark Brotherhood? What do you think?
Maybe. But everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war. If that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it. We'll lose...
A rope? Oh yeah, there is a rope there. Okay. Well, let's
So, will Councilor Abor be returning?
Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic?
Tell me what you found in the watchtower.
He's in so much deep doo-doo.
Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the... Well, that explains some of it, but not all.
We need to locate Talais. Since you're already in.
Alrighty then. The headquarters building. We need to find the kitchen.
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark corner and someone to snuggle with. This one does that all the time.
I believe it.
Pleasant days, visitors. How can this one assist you? Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Councilor Eibor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you...
Okay. Somebody likes it spicy. Oh, wait, down there.
All right, grab a broom and start sweeping.
What? No, that's Talais's job.
And do you
Talais
see
ain't
Talais
coming back.
anywhere? No. Then start sweeping.
Okay, Miss Saba, what do you
The
say?
servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly. That
Right.
young woman, she has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Talais mumbled something about how the count...
Right.
I suppose now I have to do Talais's chores as well as my own. She owes me. She took the councilor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Eibor's a little old, but maybe Talais decided to improve her state. Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived.
Well, yeah.
Before we check the pantry, let's talk.
Yeah. Okay, what do you have to say, Evely?
So, what did we learn? Councilor Eibor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Talais visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower. Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel
Right.
I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue. Even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see.
Right, so the pantry is around the side. It's gonna be another run around and look at things quest. Okay. Some decent outfit for your Mirri. Okay. Still waiting for things to open up into a plane of oblivion somewhere.
Is that? Damn it! They
Oh,
murdered
no.
Talais too!
Lore book, cool. Lore book.
Bringing a book for travel is well worth the pack space. Shame they're so heavy.
Okay, oh come on. Really?
Why would the Dark Brotherhood murder... Oh no. We need to talk about this.
There was a contract for the servant too, huh? Alright.
Alright, I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Talais down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her. No, not from what I've read anyway. I thought they only killed those whose names appeared on their contracts.
Right.
I can't imagine anyone asked them to kill a poor servant.
Yeah, somebody may be trying to frame the Dark Brotherhood.
Yes, but we still need to check on Councilor Valeria. And someone needs to go to Gideon and make sure that Councilor Van Dacia is all right. Can I leave those tasks to you? I want to return to Leowin and consult with Councilor Leviticus.
At Gideon, there's a woman with a with a horn that summons minotaurs. Might be a little interesting. We'll see. Okay.
Oh, good point. Before you head out, report to Commander Orton. Tell him what happened
Yeah,
to
sure.
Delays, and how we think the assassin slipped into the watchtower undetected. His brigandines need to be able to recognize an imposter when they see one.
Yeah.
After you
Oh
report
well.
to the commander, make contact with Councilors Valeria and Vandacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records,
Right.
and Vandacia works in the Gideon courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me.
Really?
Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the councilors, Valeria and Vandacia. Suddenly I had a premonition. It was brief and disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake.
Right,
Remember
so
I
these
told
dreams.
you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it. And the dreams are becoming... It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone held a portrait in front of my face for just a moment and then pulled it away. It was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a...
Well, okay. Alright, Commander Orin. You are a complete failure. Oh, look at that pretty dress for a Mirri. Nicely done.
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find... That's... Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No. Of course you're sure. No one would lie about something like that.
Yeah. Sucks to be you right now. Okay, so now that's the town of Gideon. Okay, good to know. There's a thing down there that we can do. Oh, that's right. Take the cart to Rockgrove and locate at dead drops and find a councilor. Where to from here? I think it's best if we go south and then make our way around. What's this one here? Oh, another dead drop. Yeah, we'll pick up the dead drop one of the other times we're near Leowin, I think. We're heading north. Let's go south. That's north, so heading south then. Looks like there is a way shrine that I should check in on. Yeah, let's do that. We'll stay by the road. We'll get a mount. Apparently I forget what buttons I need to press for a mount. Here we go. Naturally, as soon as I get on a mount, then I... Oh no, that wasn't Jude. I was wrong. Okay. Way shrine first, then that Aelid ruin. That's just up here. Of course, I am one who goes for 100% map completion, so every thing on the map is something I gotta go explore and figure out what to do, figure out what quest needs to be completed there, and Aelid well. Let's try activating it. That's it? Just
Off
activate
we
it
go.
and it's completed. Well, that one was easy. No quest or anything. Let's check out this ruined fortress. There's another one of those little baby deer that they call Mara for some reason. Oh man, a whole bunch of minotaurs in here. There's no quest to be had here. Goblins and minotaurs. Alright. Nothing really to be done here. At least not yet, so... I did go there for treasure that I dug up from a tree. Maybe that's all there was to it. There's no map icon for those ruins. It's weird. Okay, so Tidewater Cave. One of the council members hid some stuff in this cave, so hopefully they're doing all right. In we go. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is the Told Games Foundry, and we're playing through Blackwood in Elder Scrolls Online. Death Hopper, that looks interesting. Got some various
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. I guess this is a fight now.
What? Do you mind if I pick dragonflies? Ah, she doesn't mind dragonflies. Cool, okay. So, just torch bugs, I guess? Maybe it's torch bugs and butterflies? Like, if I pick this torch bug, she'll complain about it, right?
There's got to be a better
Yep.
source for your alchemy practice.
Okay, so no torch bugs. What's down here? I think I'm following somebody's footsteps. There may have been a chest down here and already picked it up. Bog dog. Okay, here we go. And let's see. Cabinet. Terror of the Death
mercenary.
Hopper.
A few moments later, and you would have found an empty cave.
Not terribly interesting. Alright. What's going on?
Your timing really is impeccable. We've already packed up my records, and we're about to head out. But what news of the other councilors? Did your warnings reach them in time? All three of them? That's disheartening news. Well, I'll take my records to Leowen. Perhaps between the two of us, Councilor Leviticus and I can ascertain... Oh, just a lifetime of public service and bureaucracy. Mostly financial records, but also meeting notes, ledgers, those sorts of things. I oversaw budgets and finances, the collection of taxes, public works. and I kept immaculate records.
Okay.
That's good to hear. Emperor Leovic loved to hide things in coded documents. But what about Council? Perfect. Remind him he's too old to play the hero, and I want to...
Right. Okay. Everybody has all these fancy outfits for Mirri. She's still in her original outfit for me. There's that game again. Totally want to play it. Is there really nothing else in this cave? That's it. Well, I suppose it's nice to have short and sweet quests. But I'm not anywhere near Gideon yet. There's a lot of things that can happen between here and Gideon. So I'm going to start chipping away at them. Kind of making my way a little bit west-east. Doing quests and things. So let's head east. Let's see what's over there. Looks like there's a cave down there. Yeah, a cave down there, and there's definitely some quests that I have presently. So I know how she feels about torch bugs. How does she feel about butterflies, I wonder? I'm going to try a butterfly in a little bit. She seemed fine about dragonflies, so that's interesting to me. Okay, butterfly. What do you think?
If you're going to kill bugs, at least kill fetcher flies.
Okay, she does not like it when I pick butterflies. So no butterflies, no torch bugs. That of course goes against my inclination to pick up everything. So it might be a little bit tricky. What is Amara? Gopher? Kind of like a gopher or rabbit thing.
Perhaps this was not such a grand idea.
Okay, Zeechus, is this about the cave?
You have caught me in a moment of indecision, stranger.
Yeah.
I set out with the idea of looking into... I am Zeechus. I deal in rumors, especially the sort that hint at opportunities.
Okay.
Strange figures in hoods. Travelers who disappear. Masked nobles and dark rebels.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so putting the main quest on pause for a little bit. We're gonna go and do some exploring. In my opinion, this is the real way to do any Elder Scrolls game, is to just go around the map and explore every nook and cranny, do every possible quest. So, that's kind of how I'm gonna play.
Hey, over here! I need some help.
Oh! Well, hello. That's how I'm gonna wind up exploring Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood, but this particular person
Thank the
I have seen before.
I could really use some help. The name's Bastian. Watch yourself, friend. I was accosted by a dark elf at this very spot. She went into the cave over there hours ago. But she might
Mirri?
return at any moment. Untie me, please. The Sylvels will pay well if you help me get Quisly out of whatever trouble he's in. And I could use someone to
Quisly?
watch my back. Interested? Oh, and check the shack. I think Tanare dropped something during our struggle. Thank you. Look around, would you? I'd like to examine whatever my attacker dropped.
Okay, I can kill centipedes and Mirri does not mind. Okay. Always the backpacks. Rabbit pasty. And that is pasty, not pasty. If any of you are from the Midwest, you'd know this. Okay. Tanari Vels. Feeling indulgent. Bring Quistly Seville to the Syndicate in Leowin? Ah. There's a syndicate there? Okay. Alright, well. What do you think, Bastian? Where'd you go, Bastian?
The letter. I knew I saw something fall out of Tanari's satchel when she ambushed me. Why? Damn it! I guess that explains why Tanari knocked me out and tied me up. Of course, that idiot Quistly would gamble away more than he had in his coin purse. He's done it before.
Okay.
Usually, I ought to just let the Dark Elf have him, but it would be dishonorable. We better see if we can catch up to her. I'd like to leave her tied up and empty-handed when I drag Quistly out of here by his arrogant nose.
Yeah.
Probably? Yes, I did.
Smart one.
Just idly talking on the road. It never occurred to me that someone else might be looking for that petulant brat. It's not the first time I've been asked to get Quistly out of trouble. No, not that I noticed. She said to keep an eye out for smugglers along the coast, and departed soon after. She likely just hung back and followed me the rest of the way. Foolish of me. I should have been more alert. I should try to hide it better, I suppose. We were raised together, more or less. Except he was the firstborn of a wealthy family, and I was the foundling they took in. Something which Quistly never quite let me forget.
So they're kind of like brothers.
Well, it's the right thing to do. I mean, the Silvels gave me shelter. Educated me alongside Quistly. Even hired a tutor for me when I showed some magical aptitude. I owe them. And if looking out for Quistly is how I pay them back, so be it.
Okay, let's go find him.
This is different for Quistly.
Alrighty then, let's see here. Deep Scorn Hallow.
Maybe there's more to this place than meets the eye.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be that.
Quistly in such a rustic location.
They're coming for us.
Usual style.
Nicely done, Mirri. Bookshelf. Bookshelf. Empty bookshelf. Backpack.
I like reading too, you know. If you ever need an excuse to get me something.
That's actually good to know. Let's see if I can, She likes reading. I wonder how I might be able to gift her books. Okay. In we go. Hard to believe all of this was just, you know, lying under the ground over there. Man, so many backpacks. backpacks pretty frequently give you crafting supplies.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
Whatever those are.
Back, you fetcher!
No, Mirri does some pretty good damage. Okay, where am I heading? Not in there, heading to the south.
How did Quisley stand it down here? It's not what I'd call luxury. This is definitely not a smuggling operation.
No. What was your first clue? There seems to be another player down here with me. Unmaker. Enthralled socialite. And an Unmaker Nightblade. A whole bunch of different kinds down here. Ooh.
I never used to fight this much.
I have an ultimate ability.
Looks like there's another passage beyond.
Let's check out that ultimate ability. It was in the Dawn's Wrath. Yeah, okay, so I got to level 12 in Dawn's Wrath, and now I can learn Nova. Fragment of the Sun dealing magic, a lot of magic damage. Okay, so it's an AoE that I put on the ground. Okay. And allies nearby can do supernova. Sure. Let's give it a try. I have a few skill points actually. I can do a couple more things. Let's see. What can I do with restoring light? Healing ritual. Okay. Heal all around me. I'm actually gonna put that on there on right bumper because I more often have heals on my right bumper among my other characters too, so that will feel really natural. But for Dawn's Wrath, let me see here. Solar Flare. Heave it at an enemy, dealing a bunch of damage right at the front. Yeah, that might be good. Yeah, why don't I take that, and I'm going to assign that to Y. And then for my restoration staff, I can do regeneration. Which is a... Yeah, okay, we'll do regeneration, and we have that on L bumper. So let me see if I can figure this out. I have a spell that... Check my skills here. So I can do a fireball that also does damage over time. I have a solar ball, flame damage, magic damage. Solar ball that does more damage right at the beginning. And it gives me Empower. You know what? I'm going to put that on X. Because I lead with X, then move to Y. Yeah. So figuring this out as we go. Assign there. And then assign there. Right, okay, so lead with a big massive damage at the front. Do a second one that does damage over time. I have healing on B, healing on left bumper, and healing on right bumper. So it looks like this one is a radius around me. This one is a cone. And this one is... Well, let me see how that works. Yeah, okay, so that's just also area around me. Okay, so 3 different heals. One of them is a heal over time as well, so... Alright. Okay, nice little cavern. Let's see if this Quisly's anywhere around. Yeah, that seems to do nicely.
Keep your voice down. Those lunatics will hear you.
Look! They have captives. We mean you no harm. We're
Over
looking
here.
for someone.
Let me out before these cultists kill me.
Let me out too! There's a cult of Sithis in these caves. They sacrifice people.
Cult of Sithis, naturally. Okay. Sithis is kind of the void. It's very complicated. I think this one has...
Linger here. Flee if you value your life.
Thank you.
Interesting.
We've been here for days.
Yeah, have you seen
should get out of
anybody?
here too, stranger. These people, the Unmakers, they're crazy. I think they're preparing to sacrifice people. Why would anyone want to do such a thing?
It's on par for Sithis.
I've met no one by that name, but that doesn't mean he isn't here somewhere. The only non-cultist I've seen in days was a dark elf who sneaked by a short time ago. She motioned for us to wait and left without a word. They're cultists, I think. They follow someone called the Daughter of Sithis, and they talk about
Daughter of
sacrifices to the Unmaker. I was on the road to Gideon when they grabbed me. Can I go?
Before we continue, let's talk a moment.
Sure.
Cultists? That explains some of the decoration in here. So much for the smuggler hypothesis. I didn't expect... What's there to know? They worship a god of death, darkness, and primordial chaos. Nothing good can come of that.
Sounds like
Chris is
Sithis.
always getting into trouble, but it usually involves love or dice. He could be in real danger this time. Allowing Quisly to be dragged off to angry criminals is not much of an improvement. While Quisly might deserve it, I can't let Tenari Vales get him either. I want to try to grab one of these cultists and get some answers. It's a long story. Suffice it to say, I owe his family. I'm the son of Lord Martel Hallex, the traitor.
Oh, this is a new piece of information. Yeah, I never heard of the guy.
The story's not well known outside of court circles. My father was one of High King Emmerich's most trusted advisors. But when I was only a toddler, he plotted to secretly murder Emmerich and appoint himself regent. Or so I'm told.
This would be Breton, so Daggerfall area.
He failed, of course. Others in my family were implicated in the plot. The High King stripped House Hallex of its titles and domains. That's what the Sylvels say when they need me to help him. But he's their son. I'm just someone they raised. I've lost count. He does as he pleases. Unfortunately, what pleases him seems to land him in hot water.
Okay, okay.
I know I grumble a lot about the...
I thought he was going to say... He had something else to say. So, Sithis. Yeah, general dark cult, god of chaos and stuff. You know, having two abilities that do damage on my bar, not too bad. Well, you know what? That the direct damage one takes a minute to cast. It looks like
the ruin just sunk into the ground here.
So
let's
try
corner
it.
one of these cultists. They might know what's happened to Quisly.
Okay, so. Oh, nope.
I'm not really with them. Don't hurt me.
Backpack first. Moonstone. Yeah.
You there! Stop!
Okay.
You'd better not lay a finger on me. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
I have an idea.
Give me patience.
What is the meaning of this intrusion? Who are you people? What do you think you're doing here? I warn you, I am favored by the daughter of Sithis. She will avenge every injury you inflict on me.
So the Argonians have a special love of Sithis. Sithis is their Daedra, or Daedra-like of choice. I'm not even sure if he can be called a Daedra. They have another name for it, the Void, the Hist. Basically, the darkness and the chaos that's out there. Ultimate destruction and unmaking of things.
Quisley Sylvel? He belongs to Leleus now. She is the daughter of Sithis, and none dare defy her. Leave what you can. You're fools if you think you can save him from her.
Wasn't Leleus the name of that servant girl?
The daughter of Sithis and her brother are in the Fane of Scorn. I don't know when she plans to grant Sylvel the kiss of Sithis. Someone else is to be sacrificed today. I've told you what you wanted to know. Can I go? Some dark elf they caught. Even now she faces the death of the crystal fangs in the next chamber. Leleus herself presides in the Fane below. I haven't been invited there yet, so...
I don't believe him. I think he knows more than he says he does.
Okay.
The daughter of Sithis? The Fane of Scorn? I don't believe it. Quisley's hardly. The only thing that interests Quisley is himself. Either these Sithis followers hid their true nature to lure him in, or he's... I'm not sure I believe this sniveling cultist. But we shouldn't let anyone get sacrificed.
Right, okay.
Please, I'll tell you anything you... I know where a map of this place is. It's not far, just... You know, don't hit me!
Helpful of you. What else can you tell me?
Yeah, okay. Deeper in we go.
Help! Break these crystals! Please, they're killing me!
This. Break crystals, huh? We did a quest just recently for Mirri, actually, that involved breaking crystals.
Thank you, stranger. Let's talk somewhere safer.
Yeah, when we were working with Mirri, we also had to find her former companions and who were being held in soul-sucking ritualistic crystals. They're kind of repeating themselves here. Unmaker and Necromancer. It's not great that they're recycling the same story, or the same mechanic, rather. At least here we don't have the really awkward,
Those idiots were going to sacrifice me to Sithis.
the hookshot thing going on. Alright.
Ugh, my skin still feels like I've got 1,000 tiny spiders biting me. That was horrible. Oh, and thank you. I don't know what someone like... Ah, the dutiful and not terribly clever mage. I'll bet he's angry with me. I took care not to inflict any permanent damage on him, and I fully intended to set him free just as soon as I finish here. Then you understand my predicament. I need Sylvel if I want Law's toll off my back. but it's not worth getting myself killed over. Help me get out of here and I'll help you.
Right.
I got a look at a map, so I think
What do you know?
not much. Lars Tull suspected that Quisley was hiding out in a smuggler's cave on the coast. I thought I'd have to check them all. Then I ran. He must be in deep, if Lars Tull is willing to write off what I owe to get his claws on Quisley. Too bad for him.
Goodness.
But it's a chance for me to get out of a bad situation. I borrowed gold against imagined winnings like every gambler ever. You ask a lot of questions. I found
About a map?
notes left behind by some unfortunate scholar. He'd apparently come here to make a survey of the ruins. I hope he had the good sense to retreat when he found fresh evidence of occult presence.
Yeah,
I
Feign of
did.
Scorn.
It's all the way down at the end of this maze, naturally. The scholar's notes hinted that it's an abandoned temple, once dedicated to Sithis. Well, good. I saw a rough map of this place before I got caught, so I think I know where to go. I'll keep out of your way if we run into more cultists. After that ritual, I'm in no condition for a fight. The cultists definitely go on and on about Sithis.
Yeah? Well, she's apparently not going to tell me more about that. I wouldn't mind, you know, collecting a few more Dark Elf companions, but I don't think she's going to be joining me permanently. One thing I can do is, at level 15 you're allowed to have 2 different weapon sets, two completely different quick slot bars. So what I can do is, there's a lot of healing on this one. I have this healing over time, I have this one where I heal everybody around me, and then I have this one where I heal myself and or people in front of me.
Dead end and a vampire in a cage. This isn't terribly helpful. There's got to be a way through. I know what I saw on the map. Maybe the map showed a passage that isn't here?
Oh, there's a vampire in a cage. Why don't we talk to him?
You're not part of this cult, are you? In fact, you appear to be lost.
Mirri can help.
Your dark elf friend watches me with no small amount of suspicion. Perfectly understandable, but I'm not a slave to my hunger. Why are you wandering around Deepscorn Hollow anyway?
Interesting. I wonder if he's Ravenwatch.
Sacrificing strangers. I have heard the name. The daughter of Sithis herself has him. These miserable Sithis, they hid the switch for a secret door under that crate over there by the wall.
Yeah, all right.
Clever, if one is a child. I cannot believe I thought these weak-minded fools might have a genuine insight into the dark mysteries of Sithis.
Yeah, tell me more.
The Lace is a noble from Leowen who made a game of dabbling in dark lore. As I understand it, she found this place and managed to wake a presence that had been sleeping here for ages. She surrendered to the dark fools and dilettantes bewitched by the daughter's powers. They believe she is the living embodiment of Sithis' dark will, servant of an ancient power. But the only power she serves is her own...
Surprisingly helpful.
Yeah, okay. Switch in a barrel.
Wait, would you do me a favor in return?
You probably want out of there. By the way, Dark Elves have red eyes, so that you can see both of those Dark Elves have red eyes. This one too has red eyes, but is considered a vampire. They are slightly different, but the red eyes
Perhaps
alone
before
are
you
not
rush
what
off,
make
you might unlock this
somebody a
cell.
vampire.
A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you, I'm in control of my urges. I shall not. I came here hoping the temple held answers about my condition. But the cultists discovered me as I fed upon an unwary noble from Gideon. The daughter of Sithis was intrigued, but when she realized I had not yet mastered my powers, she locked me away. Yes, that would be an elegant solution to my predicament. I'm afraid that I'm rather new to this state of being. I haven't figured out that trick yet.
Yeah.
I'm still capable of gratitude, stranger. I just want to be free of this place. I came here expecting something quite different.
Yeah, I'll let him
Perhaps
out.
before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you this.
Alright, alright.
Change of plans?
We'll unlock it.
Thank you. Perhaps the friend you seek might still be alive. You
That'd be
have
nice.
my gratitude. I gave you my...
Okay. So. Switch.
I knew it. I never grow tired of being correct.
Alright, let's go. Oh, wait.
This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come on.
Talk to... already... Oh, come on. Well, anyway, freed that vampire. I suppose I am partial to vampires.
This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come
At least
on.
the well-meaning ones. I do a lot with House Ravenwatch
Before we go
in
on.
the Skyrim chapter. Yeah. Wait, where are you? I'm getting my Dark Elves confused. What?
I stumbled headlong into a bad situation once already. I do try to learn from my mistakes. Nothing good. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it comes down to bringing Quisly in, or taking his place, but it's close. I really need to be free of Last Hull. This may sound ghoulish, but if Quisly is dead, I'd like his signet ring. It's big, gold, and set with rubies. If I bring it back to Last Hull, someone's coming!
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I wasted my time on that cultist. You knew nothing. Glad I caught up to you. Oh,
okay.
I see you found that Tenare. Watch your back, friend.
Okay.
You put the fear of the gods into our captive cultist. He was sobbing on the floor when I gave up and left. I did meet a surprisingly talkative vampire, though. He told me which way you went. And seriously, do not turn your back on Tenare.
Okay.
Our weepy friend told me that Quisly's quite taken with this daughter of Sithis. Figures.
Ah, that would make it.
My guess is he told her his family is wealthy, so she's keeping him alive for ransom. We'll probably find them in the shrine they call the Fane of Scorn. She seems like the sort who expects the worst. I remain optimistic. I don't always get along with Quisly, but I don't... Not at the cost of his life. I'll figure out something. I always do. But just in case, warn Tenare that she'd better not try anything foolish when we get Quisly. You're not even going to apologize, are you?
I'm sorry?
Just keep your distance from Quisly. He's my responsibility.
I'm gonna wind up having to side with Bastian, but I kinda don't want to. What do you think?
I suppose we shouldn't keep the daughter of Sithis. Knock a gullible
Right.
stranger over the head one time and earn mistrust for life, eh? I took advantage of an opportunity. You know we can't both leave with Quisly. I'll duel for him if I have to. I'm very good with my daggers.
Sure.
My, ever the optimistic one, aren't you? Very well.
Something tells me
I'm ready
that
to be done with this
Lars,
place.
whatever his name
And
is,
Quisly, too, for that.
the real problem. I hope we have a way to deal with him instead of with all of this other business. Oop, backpack. Bookshelf. More lore books. Another? Yep. Man, 3 lore books in a row. Okay. What we got here? Unmaker Knight, Enthralled Socialites, Poison Archers. This will be fun. So what I'm thinking is that when I do get a second quick slot bar,
I suppose we shouldn't keep... I think I'm getting good at this.
I'll probably do it in Destruction Staff and have a few more tools at my disposal for doing DPS when I'm not needed as a healer, of course. In order to continue advancing as in Restoration Staff and in my healing class specialization, though, I will have to switch off between the two sets, but
Quisly!
I'm no use in a fight right now. I'll keep back.
Go away. I need to grab Quisly before he runs off again. The little
I'll get
bastard.
out of the way.
brother of Lalace? Huh. That was her brother, huh? Okay. Oh, pork. I hope that wasn't, you know, the other white meat. Okay.
How dare you? Lalace would never have hurt me. She said so.
She murders people. You idiot! You were probably next.
I'm not talking to you, Bastian. Nor to that rude dark elf that just laughed at me.
Wow. Okay. You know, I have a feeling that I didn't actually take care of that lady. Yeah, let's just... I want to go back in there. Back into the Fane of Scorn. I'm missing something. There's the brother of Lalace. Where... Yeah. I want a chance to kill her. There are other players playing through this dungeon and they keep killing off the boss before I can get to him. Well, let's see. Do I got any fish to slay? Supplies. Oh, look at all these recipes. Cool. Alright. What else we got? I got some treasure. Got some stolen treasure. Slaughtable items. Got a fish. Fillet the fish. Another. You can sell fish without filleting them if you wish to. They go for a pretty good price. Better than just the fish meat itself. But when filleting a fish, there is a chance that you will get something called perfect roe. And that is a legendary quality provisioning ingredient. To be honest, I don't know exactly what the what meals the perfect roe makes, but I do know that it's quite rare, and that it sells for a pretty good chunk of change, like, 20 or 30,000 gold, if you can find the right guild market to sell it in. Okay, go on. She can come anytime now. Oh, some more pork. Oh, well, I'm working on that.
Sarah.
What else we got? Friendly acquaintance. No new. Haven't picked up anything for her recently. So what about her skills? She still only can do 3 of them. What does Ghostly Evasion do? Okay, that's good. That's for when she's in the melee thick of things. Takes less damage. Warp Strike and Shadow Slash. Looks like she has Warp Strike activated, but not Shadow Slash. Okay, ambushes. And sets him off balance. What does she have instead? Warp Strike, Life, Destructive Blast. Oh, okay, that's from her her Destruction Staff at the moment. So that she's not reliant on being destructive. Let's go ahead and place that one instead. That way she has 2 melee things. 2 melee things, and then... Yeah, that's melee, and this one is... not melee, but it does a little bit of healing, so that's useful. Waiting for the boss to show up. Do I have to wait for another player to spawn her? Oh well. Well, I think I'll... Pork. White meat. I think maybe I'll do this quest on another character and do that. I was hoping for a little bit of loot, from defeating a boss, but I guess that's not going to happen. So let's resolve things up here.
How dare you? Lalace would never have hurt me. She said so.
Ooh, crafting motif.
Murders people, you idiot! You were probably next.
I'm not talking to you, Bastian. Nor to that rude dark elf that just laughed at me.
That rude elf who just laughed at you?
You spoiled everything!
Kinda like it.
You and that lumbering oaf my father insists on sending to make my life miserable. And whoever that dark elf is, barging in and ruining my life. Well, that's just your opinion. Everybody here treated me as a guest of honor. And Lalace, the daughter of Sithis, chose me to be her consort. She told me that she'd give me the kiss of Sithis soon. Why would you ruin this for me?
Probably because the kiss of Sithis means you die.
That is no concern... Wait. Did you say Lars Tull?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why the Dark Elf's here? I've seen her in his headquarters out here. I may owe him some gold.
Yeah.
I can't believe they sent Bastian after me again. They treat me as if I were a wayward child. I am perfectly capable of managing my own. Claim me. I am not some sack of flour to be bargained over. Oh, very well. Bastian works for me, indirectly. I'll go with him.
Works, huh?
I can write a promissory note for the Dark Elf to deliver to her thug of a boss. He's a terrible person.
Right. You know, Bastian, why don't we just let her have him?
Bastian doesn't seem very fond of Quisley. I can't imagine why. We compared notes while you were talking with that simpering idiot. Bastian said he might have an idea that would solve things for both of us.
Yeah, there's her way.
Years ago, I lost everything trying to get my brother out of a fishy trading scheme. Lars Tull offered to help me.
I thought you said it was gambling.
For it. It would be grand to be done with Lars Tull and to pull one over him at the same time. If Bastian's willing to work with me, and perhaps forget about the knocked out and tied up business.
Once we get Quisley out of here, I'm done. I've paid my debt to his family 3 times over.
You got that straight.
All right. I think I know how to sort this out. If Tenare is prepared to listen, that is. First, we need to get Quisley out of Blackwood. Tenare doesn't have anything personal against him. Well, no more than anyone else who meets him. But the criminals she'd bring Quisley to might kill him. I'll threaten to tell his parents about this whole affair unless he cooperates and goes straight back to Daggerfall. Quisley knows that Lord Sylvel can cut him off. It's the only threat that actually scares him. He would have to earn a living.
Alright.
I think we can all walk away from this. We ship Quisley home, secretly.
Right.
Then we make sure that Tenare has something she can take back to Lars Tull. Thank you,
like
friend.
ring.
I think Lord Sylvel would agree that you've earned your payment.
And I receive Bastian Hallex, the person who's speaking to me. This is the second companion that one can get in Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood. So that's cool. I stumbled on the quest for the other companion.
What do you think, Tenare?
And I got a level out of it.
Are you willing to give it a try?
Well, that's my second allied collectible.
Of Quisley's demise.
What kind of proof would you need?
I'm clearly not dead!
If I bring Quisley's signet ring to Lars Tull, he'll believe me.
That's what I was thinking. I'll tell the Sylvels that
Yeah, me
Quisley
too.
sold the ring to pay his debt.
I'm right here!
That ring should work. It might even cover most of Quisley's debt.
What? My ring? I'm not giving you a damn thing! Bastian, keep that woman away from me!
Bastian, you work for me now.
Here you go. I'll make sure Quisley understands to stay away from Blackwood.
Thank you. This should clear my account with Lars Tull. And perhaps clear yours with this ingrate and his family too.
We should leave this place. I'll see Quisley on his way when he comes around.
It's too bad. I kind of liked Tenari Fells. Okay, I guess we go out this way. Ooh, wait. I saw somebody... Wait, what the... attacking me through the door. And another... What the heck? Again? Another time, I guess. So, let's make our way out of here. And... ta-da! Okay. So, I can have one companion along at a time, and right now, of course, it's Mirri. But, just for comparison. Let's take a look. Companions. Mirri Elendis, Bastian Hallex. Best traits of High Rock nobility. Virtuous Guardian. Okay, let's bring him about, see what he's like.
I'm ready to face anything.
Hello, Bastian.
What's on your mind?
Let's talk
I'm
about
listening.
our partnership.
What's on your mind? You're affable enough. Just be honest with me and we'll get along fine. What can I do for you?
I wonder if he would abide by lying. That comes up in dialogue every now and then. Okay. So, his skills... You know, I guess he gets a few different things here. Let's see, what is he good at? Damage. 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 Well, okay, yep, that's definite. Ardent Warrior is definitely a damage thing. Target enemy. And it sounds pretty up close, except for that first one. What is this one here? So we got... Well, hello. I have a guest. Hi, Moses. Come on over. Moses brought me a present. A gotcha. Hi, buddy. And I guess Rosa's here too. Hi there, Rosa. Moses and Rosa look very much alike, but they're ever so slightly different. Hi, Rosa. Yeah. Rosa has one dark toe, and every other toe is nice and white. They are both very social cats. Anyway, let's see. Draconic armor. This looks like a tanking and sort of a tanking and crowd control thing. Radiating heart, healing, and buffing. Okay, so healing and buffing. All right. And then, of course, you have the usual assortment of weapon skills, armor skills, and guild skills. And he gets tough, so he gains health and damage done. All right. But besides that, besides its skills, go back. Overview. Potions looted from monsters have a 30% chance of being improved by his insight. So if you're one who's into drinking potions, he's your guy. I am definitely not that person. I never use potions, so I'm probably not going to get too much use out of Bastian. I'm going to prefer Mirri in almost all cases. But I do have him here, and it looks like he's, you know, boy, equipment.
Can I help you with something?
Does he just have exactly the same... No, he does not. He has his own set of equipment. It looks like he goes for medium armor by default. Mirri had light armor by default and a bow. He carries an inferno staff. Okay, well, good to know. Mirri is more fun, so bringing out Mirri. Hello, there you are.
It'll be good to get away from the family a bit.
Right. Now there's another thing over this way. One of the repeatable quests that I have, I believe, had something to do with a Minotaur. And it sounds like this particular Minotaur is gonna be a tough one. Oh, and already did. Yep. So somebody already took him out. We'll see if he spawns in the next little bit. This is what's called a world boss. You can tell by the skull and crossbones there. They don't spawn very often, honestly, or they don't respawn very often. So catching them at the right time.
Lucky fetcher. I only ever seem to find musty grain and spuds.
Did she like that? Interesting. Yeah, so world bosses, very hard to do by yourself. I've managed to do a couple, but it's pretty rare. Got some players goofing off. Oh, that's a nice dress from Mirri. Oh, whoa, hello.
Off with you, Swit!
Okay. Let's get out my healing stuff here. Whoa! Yo. Try and keep people alive here. Kind of just spam those heals. Players obviously are the ones with the blue bars. And done. Cool. Well, that was lucky. Okay, so it looks like it's pretty much a good time to tie things up. Bullfighter.
Nice.
Thank you. Okay, so other things I have left to do in this area. Looks like Gideon is a pretty good next step. I think I'll head northward towards this lake and towards whatever's at the end of that road there. I'll walk on my way to Gideon. But Gideon looks like it's the next part of the main quest line. We'll, of course, gradually make our way west to east, exploring as we go. It seems there isn't anything of particular interest at the lake itself, but there is another Aelid ruin over there. I wonder if it's another one of those Aelid wells that all I have to do is activate. So we'll see what is going on there. I'll know pretty quickly if it's another quest or not. Hello, looks like we got a bit of an encampment here. Frolics in rain. Hello, dude. Got some water skinned here.
Can never have enough of that.
It's true, you can't.
Some Bondari came through a few months ago.
Really?
I helped fix their wagon wheel, using up parts we had around. We asked for nothing in return. Those nights they stayed, they gifted each of us with a tale.
Crunch.
Scripts, huh? Okay. Trying to make my way to that well, or Aelid, whatever it is. Fun fact, the word bandari is actually an African term, and it's a kind of longhouse. One less A in its spelling, usually. What we got there? Ogre. Ooh. It looks like this is just another Aelid well. So all we have to do is walk up to it, activate it, and we're done. Cool. Okay, there is a thing on the map just over there. Looks like a public dungeon, maybe? It's not showing up on my full map. I'm gonna get a little bit closer. If it shows up on my compass, then I think that's when it gets added to my map. Well, looks like I have some interesting stuff down here. I'm going to save that for another time. And I'm near the town of Gideon where the next councilor is. So, at this point, I think we can call it good. And, yeah, thanks for watching another Told Games Foundry playing through of Blackwood, the latest chapter in Elder Scrolls Online. If you do enjoy these streams, do tell another person about it, and maybe watch a few more of the videos on demand. And if they have disappeared from Twitch at this point, you can always find the older episodes on YouTube. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.